Today on Rappler. Vice President Sara Duterte says allowing an ICC probe into the drug war is an insult to Philippine courts. Senator Dela Rosa says he's very confident he can hurdle the ICC's probe if it happens. A driver who sideswiped an Angkas rider and his passenger is slapped a show cause order by the LTO. Israel says no hostages will be released before November 24. Miss Universe organizers clarify the top 5 graphics mix-up was an accident. K-pop singer GDragons will take legal action against malicious posts related to his drug investigation. And BLACKPINK receives honorary awards from Britain's King Charles. Vice President Sara Duterte says allowing the International Criminal Court to probe the bloody drug war of her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, would be an insult to Philippine courts. Duterte says the House should respect President Ferdinand Marcos's decision to shut the doors on the ICC after the tribunal rejected the Philippine government's appeal against the probe in July. She adds the ICC no longer has jurisdiction over the Philippines upon the country's exit from the Rome Statute in March 2019. This is not true. Article 127 of the ICC states that all proceedings prior to the withdrawal of a country remain valid. The Philippine Supreme Court says the country is obliged to cooperate with the ICC. Duterte's statement on Thursday is the first time she spoke openly about the issue. Senator Dela Rosa expresses confidence he can hurdle the International Criminal Court probe into the Rodrigo Duterte administration's bloody drug war. Dela Rosa was the chief implementer of the campaign as chief of police. In an interview with Teleradio Servicio, Dela Rosa wondered aloud why he would need to cooperate with the ICC probe when the Marcos administration is reluctant to do so. But he adds, quote, "If the probe is there, I have no choice but to face it. I am very confident that I will get through it if I will be a part of it." Before the PNP, he served as Davao City Police Chief when Duterte was mayor. The shadowy Davao Death Squad flourished under Duterte and was accused of implementing kill orders from higher-ups that allegedly included Duterte. The whistleblower had implicated Dela Rosa as among the alleged enablers of Duterte. The Land Transportation Office issues a show-cause order against the driver of a sport utility vehicle who sideswiped and injured an Angkas rider and his passenger. The show-cause order is issued to 53-year-old Pedro Nefe Magalit III, the driver of the SUV, and received on Thursday afternoon, November 23. Dashcam footage shows Magalit, the driver of an orange Suzuki wagon, arguing with a motorcycle taxi driver along EDSA on Wednesday morning, November 22. A few seconds later, the SUV swerved and slammed into the motorcycle, throwing the motorcycle driver and his passenger to the ground. Magalit immediately sped off. The order directs Magalit to explain why he should not be held liable for reckless driving, duty of driver in case of accident, and improper person to operate a motor vehicle of RA number 4136. The show-cause order also places his driver's license and the registration of the Suzuki wagon on preventive suspension for 90 days. Israel's national security advisor says the release of hostages under a temporary truce between Israel and militant group Hamas will not happen before Friday, November 24, thwarting hopes of relatives that some would be freed on Thursday. Both parties agreed to a 4-day ceasefire to let in humanitarian aid and free at least 50 hostages in Gaza in exchange for at least 150 Palestinians jailed in Israel. The starting time of the truce and release of hostages have yet to be officially announced. Hours after the temporary truce, Pope Francis met separately with Israeli relatives of hostages and Palestinians with family in Gaza, saying, quote, "This is not war, this is terrorism." The Pope asks for prayers so both sides would not in the end kill everyone. As of Tuesday, November 21, Gaza Health Ministry says more than 14,000 Gazans have been killed, around 40% of them children, while Israel says 1,200 people were killed and about 240 hostages were taken by Hamas on October 7. Miss Universe organizers admit to and apologize for mixing up the names of its top 5 candidates during the coronation night last Sunday, November 19 in El Salvador. A now-deleted post from the Miss Universe El Salvador account initially included Philippines' Bet Michelle D as a top 5 candidate. Immediately after deletion, D was replaced by Thailand's Antonia Porcilde in the new official post. Porcilde won first runner-up in the pageant. Pageant fans from the Philippines expressed disappointment over the error. Online users accused the organization of allegedly rigging the results at the last minute. In a post on Thursday, November 23, the organizers say it was, quote, a simple error of moving too fast. Dee finished in the top 10 of the 72nd Miss Universe pageant, but many believe that her performance merited a higher rank. GDragons' lawyer announces the K-pop star's team would be taking legal action against the malicious posts on the Big Bang member amid his illegal drug investigation. In October 2023, Korean media reported GDragon, whose real name is Kwon Ji-young, had been booked without detention for allegedly violating the Narcotic Control Act. A Soompi article says GDragon's legal team is in the process of rounding up evidence of acts that violate Kwon Ji-young's interests. His lawyer says they will be responding to these acts with a zero-tolerance policy. Prior to this development, GDragon's team also announced legal action against several media outlets that reported false information on his case. Since news of his alleged illegal drug use, GDragon personally denied the allegations. He also vowed to diligently cooperate with the police's investigation efforts. GDragon debuted with YG Entertainment K-pop boy group Big Bang in 2006. King Charles presents K-pop girl group BLACKPINK with honorary member of the Order of the British Empire medals in the presence of South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol during his state visit to the United Kingdom. At the ceremony, King Charles jokes with the girls and says he hopes he'll be able to see them perform live someday. Buckingham Palace says BLACKPINK received the MBEs in recognition of the band members' role as COP26 advocates for the United Nations Climate Summit held in Glasgow in 2021. BLACKPINK made history in July, becoming the first K-pop group to headline a major UK music festival. The girls performed at the BST Hyde Park Summer Festival in central London in front of a crowd of 65,000 for a sold-out concert. Since their debut in 2016, BLACKPINK has become one of the most successful girl groups in the world. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nina Liu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.